One rule: assets pay you, liabilities cost you. 4 quadrants of income, and a $23.7 million judgment that pushed his own company into bankruptcy. Here's the book opened up. This book sold upward of 44 million copies over about 25 years, one of the best-selling money books ever written. So here's the tension. A wildly popular wealth framework, whose own author's company later went bankrupt. Worth understanding, also worth scrutinizing. Start with the one rule everything else hangs on. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. That's it. Watch it move. Money flows in from an asset, a rented-out room, a share that pays a dividend, a steady trickle toward you. A liability flows the other way. A payment, a bill, money leaving on a schedule. So Kiyosaki reframes wealth itself. Wealth isn't the pile of things you own. It's the collection of things that pay you. Buy enough of those and the trickle becomes a river you didn't have to work for. Here's the catch, and it's a big one. His definitions are deliberately non-standard, which is exactly why the next example makes people so angry. Now point that rule at the homes you live in. By his cost-based definition, your house is a liability, not an asset. Why? Follow the money. Your home produces no cash while you live in it. Meanwhile, it pulls money out every month. The mortgage, the property taxes, the roof that eventually leaks. Coins leaving, none coming in. So on his scoreboard, it lands on the liability side. This is one of his most contested claims. Plenty of analysts and homeowners push back hard. A paid-off house builds equity, they argue, and shelters you from rising rent. Both things can be true. Under his narrow cash-in-your-pocket lens, the house costs you. Under the everyday sense of the word, it's still the biggest thing most families ever own. So where does your money actually come from? Kiyosaki sorts every income into 4 boxes, the cash flow quadrant. Picture a square split in 4. Top left, employee. You have a job. Bottom left, self-employed. You own a job. Now the right side. Top right, business owner. You own a system other people run. Bottom right, investor. Your money runs itself. Here's the line that matters, drawn straight down the middle. On the left, you trade your time for money. Stop showing up, the money stops. On the right, systems and money do the working. They keep paying whether you're at the desk or asleep. Same person can sit in more than one box. The book's whole push is a slow migration from the left side to the right, which raises the obvious question. How do you fund that moves? You fund it with a habit he calls paying yourself first. Most people pay everyone else first, the landlord, the card, the bills, then invest whatever crumbs are left. Usually nothing. Flip the order. The moment money lands, a slice goes straight into investing before a single bill gets touched. Watch it happen. Paycheck arrives, a chunk peels off automatically into an investing account, and only then the bills line up for the rest. And now the loop closes. That money you paid yourself. It buys the assets from Rule 1, the things that pay you back. The practical move followers use is to make it invisible. An automatic transfer on payday, so the decision happens once, not every month. Here's where honesty has to enter the room. The book is fantastic at making you want to buy assets. It's thin on how. Critics, including financial planners, point out it hands you the mindset but almost no concrete steps. Which asset at what price with what risk? That gap is real. Interesting detail. The co-author Sharon Lechter is a licensed certified public accountant who helps structure the financial framework. Even with that, the ideas land as motivational more than operational. A push, not a playbook. So people who use it well treat it as chapter 1. They pair the book with specific financial education, real mechanics on picking assets, spreading risk, handling taxes, from sources that actually spell it out. The spark from one book, the instructions from another. Which brings us back to that gavel. In August 2012, Kiyosaki's company Rich Global filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. This after a New York judge awarded the Learning Annex a $23.7 million judgment. Sit with the irony, then draw the honest lesson. The framework can genuinely sharpen how you think about money, even though the author's own business failed. Take the mindset. Verify the specifics. Because the loop underneath is simple and durable. Track your cash flow with the asset versus liability lens. Automate paying yourself first, then use that money to buy the things that pay you. 1 rule, 4 quadrants, and a very expensive reminder that ideas and execution are 2 different skills. That's the mechanism in our own words. The asset versus liability idea, opened up and drawn from scratch. Quiet question to sit with. Which quadrant are you standing in right now, and which way are you facing? This is information, not financial advice. Do your own research.